All right. This is the Doug Stanhope podcast. Minutes after the last podcast. But we have to cram them in when we can because you only have guests every so often. And Geoff Tate.
Hello. Hey, Doug.
Is going to carry this motherfucker.
Cheers.
Hey, Sidney, we're talking about you. Live.
Yeah. Talking a little shit about Sidney Stanhope.
Yeah, she's kind of cocky, yet taciturn. Hang on, we're is that Ducky? Is that your boyfriend? We're talking about you on the podcast. Give me the phone.
No, you started talking about my.
We're on the air.
What?
I talked about sex with you on the air because you are taking birth control, which is.
That's personal information. I don't want your weirdos to know that.
Talking to a mic.
Yeah. Say that into a mic.
All right.
I will.
Ducky, she has to hang up. We're doing a podcast.
Bye.
All right, you can go outside. All right. Shut the door, Bingo. Shut the door behind us.
Oh, wow. A switch got flipped in the last 6 minutes.
Yeah. So we're both at the same point of fuck comedy.
Right.
Always.
For
years.
Yeah. I went through my second stage of quitting earlier this year. I fucking wanted out real bad. I tried. Yeah. In 2010, I tried to quit, but I didn't have a plan. I just was like, fuck this, and then got a job waiting tables and immediately was like, well, I don't like this either, shit. And so that was not a good plan.
I always think I would rather bartend. When we do Go Bananas.
Yeah.
I instead of signing shit, I bartend at their bar next door.
Oh, it's great.
It's wicked good.
Yeah.
Even got Rogan.
Yeah.
Rogan showed up for my show. I'm like, no, we don't do signatures. We bartend. Yeah. I just realized I can't talk. So this fucking podcast is done.
Right now?
Pretty much. Go ahead. I'll just let you talk.
No, Rogan showed up with two other dudes, Red Band and Tripoli, to that show. That was the night that you had been up the entire night before, so we had to get some medicine. And I had slept the night before, but I like medicine. And so you and me and Junior did a little medicine to stay up through those shows. Then Rogan shows up. Then we end up at we bartend till it closes. Then we go to Steak 'n Shake. There's two guys at Steak 'n Shake arguing over UFC versus boxing.
Yeah.
And one of them was an off-duty cop, like some musclehead fucking shithead cop, arguing about if UFC is better than boxing with Rogan sitting across the room, not involved. And then two cops show up to deal with those two guys. They realize Joe Rogan is in there, and 6 more cops show up. And the 3 of us are blown out of our head, and I got the rest of the medicine in my pocket. And now, like, just every cop in that fucking neighborhood is at the Steak 'n Shake talking to us. It's like, it's my worst nightmare. My worst fucking nightmare. But they just all wanted pictures with Rogan. And, they got their pictures with Rogan. No one checked my wallet.
The worst is when people you hate are fans.
Yeah.
Like when cops go, like you're the bad people.
Oh,
fuck. Fans.
Oh, this is exact. I have an exact story like this.
Go.
Last October, Pearl Jam came to Cincinnati, and they named, the mayor declared that day Pearl Jam Day. And I worked with this radio station a lot, 96.5 in Cincinnati. And they did their morning show, and then they had to do an afternoon show, live from a restaurant near where the Pearl Jam show was. So the mayor could go on the radio and declare it Pearl Jam Day. And it was like the best afternoon of radio. Cause it was just, they only played Pearl Jam songs. The mayor's there. I'm on the mic. The mayor shows up, and he's like around my age, but the exact opposite.
The mayor?
Yeah. He's like 38 or 39. Like he's just a little bit older. I think he graduated high school in like 93. I graduated in 96.
A young Jerry Springer.
Yeah. This guy is a fucking snake. Like he's a smarmy, he's not good. And then he's on the
like
radio.
a young Jerry Springer.
Yeah. Yeah, but Jerry Springer was like, you could see yourself partying with Jerry Springer.
Yeah,
This guy's a square.
he paid for whores with a personal check.
Yeah.
That's some gravitas.
Yeah, that's balls.
Yeah.
And
Will you take a check? Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
do you need to see ID? No, I don't, Mr. Mayor. We all recognize you, sir. You're the mayor. So this guy's on the radio talking about how much he loves Pearl Jam. And he's like, I just grew up listening to him. I listened to him in high school. And then I'm like, did you just never listen to anything they said? Why are you like this now if you love Pearl Jam? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like when a cop goes, I'm a huge Stanhope fan. From what? What did you hear? Did you see 2 episodes of The Man Show and you're like, that guy's my favorite, and never listen to an album?
That happened.
Or
that happened to comics driving back and forth between gigs where I was in Chattanooga, and they got pulled over. They were listening to me on satellite radio, and the cop said, is that Doug Stanhope?
yeah.
All right, I don't remember the rest of the story. I'll let you talk the rest of this time because I'm fucking hammered.
So as soon as the mayor gets leaves, we go to commercial. We come back from commercial, and I just can't stop talking about how this guy heard Better Man, and that was it. And so this is his favorite band because he heard one song. Because there's no way that he actually has followed the career of those dudes and then turned into this fucking type of politician. Any type of politician. Why are you a politician if you love Pearl Jam? Do you get nothing? You understand nothing. You just heard fucking one song, half a song in a grocery store in 1994, and you're like, this is probably music I like. And then 20 years later, you try to meet him. This is why he's such a fun, like, it really worked out for me, him being a shithead, because, he had 2 tickets set aside.
To Paradise?
No. He had 2 tickets set aside. He had 2 tickets set aside to go to the show. And, but he was only going to go to the show if he could go backstage and meet the band. And of course the band said no. So he didn't even want to go to the show. That's how big a fan he is he didn't want to go to the show unless he can go backstage, and didn't go to the show. And then guess who got those tickets? Me.
Geoff Tate.
Yeah. So I didn't go backstage, but I just wanted to see the music because I actually like those songs, Mayor Cranley. I'm not a fucking weird poser with the dumb ties and you're drinking at Myrtle's Punch Bowl like a fucking weirdo with your 3 yes men around you blocking everybody so no one can be like, why'd you fucking wait for the streetcar till the All-Star game showed up? The city of Cincinnati is on a massive fucking pulling an all-nighter to fix downtown because the All-Star game's a week from Tuesday. They're treating all of downtown the way I treated Science Fair the night before. Let's fucking fix this. People are actually going to come here. Yeah, you knew this for 3 years. And now you're doing something about it? People are getting shot every fucking day. This guy fucking sucks. And he wants to go on the radio and talk about being a Pearl Jam fan? I don't know where this came from. The thing about cops being fans of yours. I mean, maybe the cops
I don't care. All I know is I said, you're going to have to carry this podcast, and you're doing it. So could you get us 2 cigarettes and that Pepsi can for an ashtray? We're smoking in the room. Because that's how we do it. We're rock and roll.
Yeah, Mayor Cranley. This is what people who listen to Pearl Jam do. We're
going to throw the TV set out the window, even though we're on the first floor.
We're going to we're just going to unplug it and then set it
out
nicely.
Yep.
This is, so 2010, I tried to quit. I got divorced and I got real depressed. And I tried to quit. You were one of the reasons I couldn't. Because you made me go on stage the night it went from a separation to a divorce at the Southgate house.
Yeah, I remember.
I have cigarettes. I just need the thing. I'll smoke one of those.
She's lighting them for us. Don't worry.
No, this is pretty great. Man, when I make my podcast, I have to light my own cigarettes. This is.
Oh, Jesus! We don't burn the carpet.
That's all.
Crank that door wide open. Anyway, so you quit comedy.
Well, I tried to. Like, the day I decided I wanted to quit, 3 hours later, you made me go on stage. And you did, like, the funniest thing, like, because somebody I knew was opening for you because they had it in with the venue. And I didn't know. And I just was like, I was all bummed out. And I was just like, I'll go with you. Like, I didn't have any money or anything. And I knew that we had worked together and whatever, but I've never been able to ask anybody for anything. That's why, that's my least favorite thing is, hey, you're coming to town. Like now I know you well enough now that it would be it wouldn't bother me at all. But in 2010, I didn't know for sure. So I was like, I'll go with him and I can watch the show and at least have some distraction. But I guess he went in the green room and panicked and immediately told you he came with me. And you were like, go get him. Someone go get him. And someone from the bar came and got me. Someone from the venue came and got me. And then you were like, you're going on. I'm like, I don't want to do stand up. I don't want to. There's already 2 people. And, you're like, all right, well, you do 7, you do 10. And you go, how long do you want to do? And I go, I don't want to do any time. You go, how long? I was like, maybe 10 minutes. And you go, okay, 25. It's like, but I said 10. You're like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, but nothing's funny. I don't care. You think I care if it goes well? Just go up there and fucking do some stuff. And there were some times when the only person, 500 people, the only person laughing was you.
But that's the great moments.
Yeah, because it was, I broke down in the middle and just.
Because it's not your fault.
Yeah.
You're the opener. Like, just being, the middle act is always the best place to be. Because I want to retire and be a middle act.
Oh, really? Move to Columbus. They all did that. They all used to headline, and now they're fine with their $600 a week, copping other people's acts. Or not, they don't cop their act, but they cop their style.
I lived right. I have no kids. I have my shit paid for. I want to be a middle act for the rest of my life because there's no pressure. I can try out new shit. We'll talk about this after because this is what I want to do.
Well, I really, I remember having a breakdown in the middle of that 25 and just being like, I'm probably the same as all you people. I spent my afternoon walking around Target trying not to cry. No one laughs. You laugh. You come out next and spend 10 minutes explaining why that was the best joke they'd heard so far. It was like, there's no way. Like, you motherfucker stonewalled him. But you know that he didn't sit down at a Starbucks and think I'm going to write a joke about Target and that's what he wrote. He just said some shit that happened today and you just stared at him. You motherfuckers don't know comedy. Like that's how you started your set. And then someone gave you mushrooms and you ate them on stage. And, I ended up I threw out a birthday party in the back because they were fucking up the show and they didn't know I didn't work there. And, they just went to see comedy. They were like, let's go. There's a comedian. They didn't know what they were seeing and they were just.
That's why we upped our prices. Yeah. And for you people out there going, hey, you know what? You're playing Glasgow, you fucking cunt. It's 32 pounds. That's a little steep. Yeah. You know what? It fucking weeds out that I just started reading this book. Everything is bullshit, which is like everything you've been told is bullshit. All the books I like that are about bullshit is about wine. There's one chapter about wine and why boils down to people who drink the same bottle of wine like it better in a blind taste test when it costs more. They go, this is the $6 bottle. This is the $20 bottle.
Yeah.
And they like the $20 bottle more of this same bottle of wine. We decide what we're worth. And I'm cheaper than Jim Jeffries, and I make that a point. I'm at least $1 cheaper than Jim Jeffries.
I saw Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers in 1999, and the ticket was $27.50. I ended up with a ticket to see Dave Matthews in 1997, and the ticket was $27.50. And if you go see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers now, the ticket is $34.50, and Dave Matthews is like $75. Wait, I don't know what that proves. I think it proves Dave Matthews is a jerk.
No, it proves I have to up my ticket price to $76 to be cheaper than Dave Matthews.
Well, you better call Jeffries and make him hit 77. So that then you could maintain both a $1 more than Dave Matthews.
I don't want to be involved in some price fixing scandal with Jim Jeffries. I have a point that I have to make.
Well, there's
Yes.
very few, like, when you go on the road, you take people who are solid, like, the $25 or whatever it is to see you, they're gonna have a fucking great show. You can pay $12 or answer an email and go to a Funny Bone, and you probably won't like any of it.
It's weird.
Even the chicken.
You're worth what you say you're worth.
I'm just not figuring that out, like, because the thing that like, it took me 6 months of going to see a therapist and a career counselor.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell me about the career counselor.
Well, I didn't know it was a thing. And then I was watching, when I was still dating Tina, we started watching Friends on Netflix, and somewhere in the middle of season 1, Chandler goes to a career counselor because he hates his job, and I was like, fuck, I hate my job. I wonder if that's a real thing or if that's just a TV show thing. So I Googled it, and it's real. So I signed up to see this
Always
lady.
real on Google.
I signed up, I saw this lady, I probably saw her 15 times. I would see her right after my regular therapist. And between talking to both of them about what I liked and didn't like and what I was trying to do, like the therapist has a lot more to deal with, but the career counselor was just about jobs, and I had to take some tests. There were some fucking quick, like snap answer shit. Like, are you good at this? And she would just snap up flashcards, and I'd be like, yes, no. No time to think. And she would record it. She would make like yes piles or no piles, and then look at it and be like, so you think like you can do this? So like, then she started looking at jobs, and, copywriting was something I was pursuing, and I still might pursue in a freelance capacity, but because it seems fun, and like everybody I talk to is like, it's a real drag, it's really tedious. I'm like, have you ever worked the Westport Funny Bone? That's also like, have you worked fucking anywhere? Like any of these clubs? It's tedious as shit. So at least this seems like comedy, but easier because you don't have to think of the first part. They show up with the premise, and all you got to do is punch it up. That's a fucking breeze. If I got to think up I have to think up both parts. Now, I got to think up the thing to talk about and then make it funny. You go to a copywriting job and somebody just hands you the thing, and they're like, make this something. Okay. That's a fucking, by when? Oh, you have 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks. Okay, so I got to take 2.5 weeks off. Not think about any of this, and then the night before be like, pal, here you go, fucking forward.com. Your thing's better. Because this is what I know how to do. But what I realized was I love doing stand-up comedy, but I hate being a comedian. And those are two separate things, and they don't tell you that. Like, they teach classes, but those classes do not tell you any of the important stuff. There's no comedy class in the world that tells you to, if you're staying in a condo, take your own soap. It's not going to have soap. And if it does, you don't want to use it. Like, you want to have a fresh bar of soap and maybe your own pillow. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're flying, like, figure out how to take a pillow. Like, that's a comedy class. Like,
by the way, let's stop for a commercial break and say we're staying at the Sheraton 4 Points at the Tucson airport, where we always steal a pillow. My home is decorated with pillows we steal from them, but we also pay a huge fucking bar tab every time we're here, and you've never charged me for a pillow that we steal, because they're nice pillows. So, back to you.
They are nice pillows. I used 2
gorgeous.
of them for 3 nights this week.
And bingo for the entire... You know what? Johnny Depp was witness to Bingo showing up with her own fluffy 4-point Sheraton pillow that she travels with every time we stay here, because she has blue hair and she stains it blue. So, yeah, she steals it because it's not really
usable.
Yeah.
They're just going to throw it away. Or
Exactly.
bleach it, or whatever, or turn it inside out. I don't really know what happens in hotels.
We don't know.
I worked in hotels for a while, and I have no idea what you would do with a pillow.
So you're a counselor.
Yeah.
As you're 36 years old.
Yep.
You go to a career counselor.
Yep.
Not mocking you yet.
No, that's fine.
Actually, I'm mocking you. So you go to a career counselor.
Well, what I wanted this time was
validation.
Not validation. I wanted I learned in 2010 that if you just try to bail without a fucking actual plan, you just get right back in it. Cause here it is 4 years later or what, and I'm still fucking miserable doing this. mostly, like, there are occasions when it's really fun. The first 2 weeks I was on tour with you was really fun. The last week I came unraveled a little bit because that's a long time to be on the road.
For the listener at home, Tate is really one of the funniest people. Funny to the point where you go, I don't want to follow that guy. And there's only a few guys like that. Joey Coco Diaz. Wow. Even when he was not famous from the Rogan podcast, you don't want to follow that guy. I did it. It was terrible. There's guys that are funny. Brett Erickson. You go, all right, he's hilarious. He's great. I can promote the shit out of this guy. But I could still follow. I don't want to follow you. There's a few people that you go, no, I don't want to follow you. And
Man,
you're that guy.
That's wild. I really appreciate that.
Wild stuff.
That fucking means so much to me. I also think you're crazy, but also it means that's very nice of you to say. I'm all flushed now.
That's the alcohol.
Something happened. Either one is directly related to you. So yeah, the flush was caused by Stanhope being around. So I figured out if you just cut out the being a comedian part and you just do doing the stand-up part, then it becomes super fun.
What's the difference?
The difference is being a comedian means you have to do a lot of shit other people say. You gotta have meetings and you gotta try to be on Workaholics and you gotta fucking...
No, that's
no,
not.
it's like part of the job. Like, I can do stand-up, like, but I don't have to do it. I don't like their terms. I don't like traveling alone. I don't like having someone put a middle on the show because it's every now and then it's great. Like Chris Maddock was a rando middle. Yeah. And goddamn it, that guy was hilarious. And then
wicked funny.
And he's another guy where the next time I went to that town, he middled for me again. And then after that, like during that week, I was like, this guy shouldn't fucking open for anybody. Like, just make him headline.
Yeah.
Like,
Stopka.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, hey, step up, Stopka. Hey, this is 2 podcasts in a row. Step up.
But I want to say Maddox's name because he stands out, but I also like now regret that there's definitely like 3 people that are like, I thought I was good. Like, I have bad memory. So I just decided David Heddy was a guy that on this Canadian tour we just did several weeks ago. I don't know. Recently. Yeah, you haven't been home since.
Fucking hilarious. But if he was opening for me, he would eat shit because he's slow and deliberate. It's the same reason I fucking hate the Bill Hicks thing. Oh, you're like Bill Hicks, and then the other people who take it to you're trying to be like Bill Hicks. I'm not like fucking Bill Hicks at all. Bill Hicks would eat shit if he's trying to follow me. Because, he was slow and deliberate. And if you listen to Bill Hicks, tell me one thing about Bill Hicks's life that you know.
No, nothing.
There's nothing. It was all opinion, and there's nothing personal in it. He had opinions.
He's like the Seinfeld version of an edgy comic.
I'm not shitting on him.
No.
I'm saying he's so...
But it's like that, like you decided to take that route.
When you compare him to me, no, I'm more like Kinnison or Chris Rock.
I don't know. I feel like you're more like I wouldn't even compare you to a comedian. I would compare you to like Hunter Thompson or like Bill Hicks is like Tom Wolfe. Tom Wolfe was never a character in any of the things he wrote. He wrote about other people doing other things. Hunter Thompson was always the main character in whatever he wrote. So he would inject himself into it somehow. Kerouac, like people like that, where like if you follow what their output is, by the end of it, you're like, what don't I know about this person? The only thing I know about Bill Hicks is at one point he decided that he wanted to dress like a cowboy, and that's only because he dressed like a cowboy on that one special.
I'm talking about his act.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's nothing in his act that's personal. There's nothing he fucking divulges about himself. He doesn't empty his guts and say this. He has
right. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he got pulled over by a cop on acid. That didn't really happen. Stop it.
I got pulled over by a cop on acid.
But he was only 32 when he died. So why would you even, like, give him any credibility for... At 32, I was barely talking about my actual personal experiences in life. I started to talk about, shit that happened, but I wasn't,
You were getting there. You were like that guy at the bar last night who thought the interesting story was fucking that hooker in Tijuana in her ass.
Oh,
and he's got that sentence out.
Just,
You got that sentence out, and then you just go, 0. That is an open mic 0. Guy's got a scar across his face, and he thinks
he
the
doesn't
thing
want
we
to talk
wanna hear
about it. He
is,
invaded our territory.
Yeah, he came to us,
came right on over.
injected himself into our converse, and then was like, what's fun about being a comedian? And you're like, this is what's fun, except now you're here. I get to hang out with my friends for a couple days because I'm a comedian. I get to know these people and hang out with these people, and you are ruining it. And all you have to do to not ruin it is tell us why you got that fucking scar on your face.
I don't want to talk about it. That's what he said.
Don't talk about anything. Then leave.
Yeah. Why do you keep forcing yourself into our conversation when I just got off a fucking plane from Australia with a 7-hour layover in LA and then Salt Lake and then here, and I'm so confused.
I just spent 5 days hanging out with Johnny Depp on the set of a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Oh, really? I fucked a hooker once. And so your story is one time I had $40. That's it. That's it. That's all you have. I've also had $40. I spent $80 on a cowboy outfit.
You've been here. I fucked you over, kind of.
Me?
Yeah, because you said I'm coming for 4th of July, but then there was stories in the hinterlands in the wind that you went tits up, like Walsh did after his mushroom thing. And
yeah, but I think the problem we had was every time we talked about it was in the middle of the night. I would be on my porch, you'd be standing outside the Black Rock House or whatever. But what's it called?
Get on mic.
Hazard?
Get on mic. Yeah.
The Hazard
Black
House?
Knob.
Yeah, when
Black Knob.
you're standing out there taking a break from writing. We're both drunk.
Hazard. That's Hazard. Either way.
We're both drunk. You're sneaking cigarettes, and I'm just fighting off sleep because that's when the demons come. And so that was when we made all our plans. I'm going to be in Phoenix, and I'm going to have 3 days off.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I heard that you had quit L.A. and you just blew everyone off. Oh, fucking Erickson said, he came back into town. Hey, Geoff Tate came back into town, and he was going to stay at someone's house, but he didn't know where. And Erickson's going, why didn't you just call me? We'll put you up.
Well, my problem was first of all, I did not remember that he had moved to Los Angeles. And the other problem was, I had
memories of motherfucker.
I had forgotten I was going to LA until the night before. And I had not set up a ride. I had not set up a place to stay. I had just been in a fucking daze. And then on Friday night, I realized, oh fuck, I got a fucking 10 a.m. flight and nowhere to go when I get to LA. So I assume that I just tweeted it out like, hey, I'm going to be in LA in 8 hours and I got nowhere to go. Please fix this. And it worked because Brett saw the tweet and,
I retweeted it. He goes, I wouldn't even know he was in town if you didn't retweet this.
Yeah, but he saved me. And now I go there and I had to go there the next week and I stayed with him then and I'm going to see him tomorrow. Now that I know, like, first of all, I fucking did not really like LA. But I love Brett Erickson and Mitchell.
Yeah.
And hanging out with them does not feel like hanging out in LA. It feels like hanging out with just some people that are good.
Yeah.
And there's none of the fucking bullshit. There's none of the Brett doesn't sit around and talk about how Comedy Central fucked him over, whatever, what thing might happen. I'm working on a submission tape for whatever, man. I'm so bored already. How do you still like it? That's all I want to do when somebody brings that up is I just want to go, how do you still like this? Don't tell me about your fucking meeting. Tell me how you still like this.
But that's why you're doing what you're doing, is going out on a 40-date tour.
Yeah, it's my own terms. Like, I don't care if I go bankrupt. I never have money. I'm going to have fun, though. And I'm taking my friend out. She's hilarious.
What's her name?
Emma Arnold. Emma Arnold. She's fucking hysterical.
She have a tweet?
Emma, her tweet is at I am a road trip. That's her Twitter handle.
I am a road trip. Easy to remember.
Yeah. And her website is emmaarnoldcomedy.com.
And your tour is at?
Where I'm hitting Philadelphia.
No. Where do they find
my tour
this?
is at justanotherclown.com. That's where the dates
Justanotherclown.com.
That's my website. You can find out everything about it.
And I will be on 4 dates of this. I will show at random 4 dates of this. I guarantee.
Yeah. This is going to happen.
I will
this is being
host
recorded.
4 days. No, this is on 2 podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah. So 4 shows on this tour. You might pull a golden ticket and see Doug Stanhope as well.
I'll just be the host. I'll be the annoying host that's drunk, trying out new material. Because I have this quandary myself, where I've been doing this material, working it out for 18 months, and then we're doing it through the UK and Europe. And then I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I'm writing a book. Then I'm dead with this material. Hopefully we tape it for a special. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to work out a new hour without burning cities. It will start at Go Bananas, I guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point. It usually does. It's not a bad room to fix an hour. It's not a bad room to take a legal pad up, and then by 5 shows later, you have the hour.
Yeah.
I'm doing that this week. The hour I'm doing, I've done 3 times, I think, as an hour. So by the end of by Sunday, it'll be fucking, then I'll tour that hour and record it in January, and that'll be the one that comes out next year.
All right. We're going to shut this podcast down because I am drunk as shit. Geoff Tate carried this podcast. Plug yourself at
Geoff Tate 96 on Twitter.
No underscore.
No underscore. No. But
Geoff Tate 96. But if you think he's the guy from
Queensryche, you're an idiot. A guy who hosts a metal show on a public radio station in New York thought I was the guy from Queensryche and thought he could get to the guy from Queensryche on Facebook. And it went all the way until I did a 45-minute radio phoner interview with this guy. And I could bullshit my way through the Queensryche stuff because I had his Wikipedia page up on my phone while I was talking to him. And then it gets to the part, he's like, what are you listening to now? And I was like, oh, I fucking don't listen to this. Like, there's nothing I'm going to say that you're going to recognize. And he goes, do you heard the new King Crimson? I'm like, no. He goes, I make this kind of music, man. I don't listen to it. I listen to a lot of some this outlaw country stuff. I started talking about Jason Isbell and Todd Snyder and fucking Tom Petty and Hayes Carll and that's all I could do. I started rattling off about them, and they were like, do you think that you created the Seattle sound? And I was like, oh, I can talk about Pearl Jam now. And so I just started talking about those bands. Like, those guys really did it. 45 minutes. Like, we get to one commercial break. He's like, thanks, man. And he goes, if you want to stick around, that'd be great. And I was like, sure. Let's do another break. Let's keep going. I did 3 breaks. I sat through 2 excruciating commercial breaks of small talk where I actually have, I started talking about wine because he makes wine, I guess. It was so fucking ridiculous. And then that's it. I don't have any idea what happened after that, but I'm not the guy from Queensryche. I'm a comedian, just another clown. Come to the tour. And also, there's an email address on there. Tell me to come to your town. I need to know where to go because I just want to do more and more of these. The minute I mentioned it, justanotherclown.com. You can email me at geofftate77@gmail.com.
Town.
Yeah.
When you email me,
yeah,
just put your fucking town in there. Because if you tell me, oh, my wife, she wants to divorce me and you're the guy that kept me alive through this, I was going to kill myself. I don't care.
Doug, that was a text message that I sent you.
You're a million guys. All right. Put your town in there. Email Geoff Tate at
GeoffTate77@gmail.com. I'm
G-O-F.
G-E-O-F-F. Yeah.
It's the G-E-O, Jeff. Not like your brother.
I'm going to
Sidney.
every fucking town,
Sidney,
man.
I am drunk.
Oh,
How do you
Montana.
feel about that?
No, real quick, I want to say this. There are 8 states I've never performed in. Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire,
Sidney.
Delaware, Mississippi, Montana, Wyoming, and Hawaii. So if you live in any of those states,
Hang on.
fucking
One more time.
figure this out. Help me
One
figure
more
this
time.
out.
Mississippi, we did. They have a good scene. That was name drop again. The fucking something elephant. We did something elephant.
Hippo. Laughing hippo.
Laughing hippo.
The Laughing Hippo?
Something
That's
like
good.
That.
That was actually good. That would be perfect for you.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually have a room.
That's Mississippi. But
All right.
Maine,
Yeah, come to Maine. We'll
Where?
hang out.
This is my niece
I'll go
Sidney.
there.
Okay.
But
There's one ticket sale. Well, you'll comp her.
what's it?
Yeah.
Farmington is the Farmington, Maine?
Oh, Farmington's where you do the sushi bar.
No, we
no,
did
that
that
we did Bangor.
Bangor.
But she,
Bangor is close to Farmington, so I can
Okay.
come up from Bangor. Down from Farmington. Up from Farmington.
Wait, where are you?
In Farmington.
Okay.
she's west of Bangor.
All right.
I've looked it up.
But you never came to see me.
I didn't come to see you. I just brought you to see fucking Johnny Depp in goddamn Australia. You thankless whore. Please.
Maine. Come to Maine.
Yeah.
Bangor or,
No, man, Stanhope's got fans everywhere, so just email me, especially if you're from those states. I want to hit those states. Let's fucking do some shows. All I need is
States
50
one more
people.
time.
Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Delaware, Mississippi, Montana, Wyoming, and Hawaii.
Burlington, Vermont is one of the best places we've ever played. So fucking great. After Bangor, we drove across to Burlington. They have a fantastic club. You should have gone.
I
You
almost
almost went to
there.
school here in Tucson. We thought you were going to
Freaking
be our
hot
kid.
here.
It is pretty hot here.
I can't handle it. But I almost went to school in Burlington, but they did not have what I wanted.
What did you want?
Actually, I wanted special education, but then I didn't do special education, so I could have gone there, but I didn't.
They don't have special education where?
In
There's retards everywhere.
in Champlain. I almost went to Champlain College.
Champlain? You're not saying it wrong?
No, Champlain.
sounds-
No,
like you're
she's
saying
saying
it
like she's talking like special needs people.
There's an episode of
I want a
Cheers where
glass of.
Rebecca can't say
Can I get a
champagne.
champagne with orange juice?
They gave me
Champagne.
That's a
free
mimosa.
ride.
Mimosa.
But a lot of it was
Mimosa.
Masoma. It's a Masoma. Somama. Mimosa.
We'll
Champlain.
take this outside. All right,
All right, that's a good podcast.
that's. I don't know if it's good, but it's done.
Yeah, it was just plugs, but we'll do it. All right, bye.
You were smoking on a cigarette, talking about the deficit, putting all them wild boys down. I like a drunken Mona Lisa or the leaning tire pizza, you were hanging off the edge of town. I overheard Afghanistan is safer than a minivan, left me wondering what I should do. You're like a four-leaf clover, I just had to come on over. I've never seen another like you.
You were falling like the Alamo, drinking fast and talking slow, looking like it's time to go home. Were you hitting on the strip because you can't afford to tip her, or just afraid of being alone? You were so openly frustrated, you said Dylan's overrated, was singing Tangled Up in Blue. I don't know what I was thinking, I can feel my heart is sinking. I have never seen a fella like you.
Ain't that the way we do? It's true, we fall for the first one. I is wrong with that?
Nothing if you tell a fan.
Oh, I see. Well, I bet you slept with half the South.
Don't you ever shut your mouth.
How much did you pay for that tan? Oh, shouldn't you be purging?
Well, you're probably still a virgin.
I can't believe you're not on the View.
Let's have another round.
It's looking like we're trouble bound.
I have never seen another like you.
Ain't that the way we do? It's true, you take the breath from me. Seems like you are bound to be the death of me. Oh well, a couple hours later we were in the elevator. I'm making out like Bonnie and Clyde.
We were dizzy from the love we found.
Throwing up,
And going down.
Lord, it's been a hell of a ride. I'm having trouble breathing.
Well, I probably should be leaving.
You know I'm up in room 402.
Well, I gotta hand it to you. There's a chance I'm gonna screw you.
Oh, I've never seen another like you. I don't know if it's forever, but I'm glad that we're together. I have never seen another like you.